Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. Jason here bringing you today's video. My fuzzy co-star is laying right here watching, and that's Freya. And we're, like I said, bringing you today's videos. As always guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. A small family channel. We'll appreciate any support you guys might want to give us. Outside of that, check the links down below. Discord channel, our Patreon, thank you very much. And of course links to authors and books that we talk about. Today I want to feature another author. This comes from suggestion from one of our viewers from our little roll-up mashup videos about featuring the authors that I talk about as part of a group. So from those of you guys that watched our fantasy authors that you may not have heard of video, I want to feature Raymond E. Feist. I want to talk about Raymond E. Feist. So these feature videos might be a little bit shorter. Raymond E. Feist is one of my favorite authors. Within the fantasy genre, might be my actual all-time favorite, although it's hard to say because he'd definitely be within my top 5. Just phenomenal. I have, no exaggeration, read every single book Raymond Feist has written, and there are a lot of them. And I read them as soon as they came out. Unbelievable. He created an awesome world, an awesome multiple worlds, an awesome multiverse, and just a fantastic series. And he managed to, he always wrote in trilogies, so things were always finite trilogies with finite plot lines, but he managed to have callbacks, even though he didn't leave threads hanging, plot lines hanging, things like that. He always managed to have events from the previous books still affecting things that would occur in the next trilogy, and he spanned such a long time frame within these worlds. It was fantastic. One of the great things that I love about his main series is the fact that he actually also ended it. There's so many authors that have been writing a series for 20, 30 years that just, you know, pump out a new book every 3 or 4 years, and you just kind of wonder what's going to happen one day when the author just stops writing for whatever reason, and you just have no idea what happened. It just kind of just fades into the ether. This time, at least with this one, all these characters that you've grown to absolutely love, you get their endings. You get the endings to their stories. You get the endings to their arcs. Some of them that you thought had completed their arcs, the arcs continued, and their growth continued, and their trials and tribulations continued. And like I said, it covers this huge time frame of this kingdom of Mechemia, primarily the Kingdom of Mechemia, but some of his books also occur either in other worlds, such as Suranwani, or Kelawan, I'm sorry, it's the Kingdom of Empire of Suranwani, to the Great Empire of Kesh, that is also on his world of Mechemia. The world that he builds, and the worlds that he builds, and the empires and the characters, they're awesome, and you absolutely love the characters. And the characters from his original trilogy, although it was more of a quadrilogy, because the first book was so big it ended up being split into 2 books, but it was supposed to be a trilogy. The first book was Magician Apprentice, the second book was Magician Master. It was supposed to be one book called Magician. And then you had the second book, Silverthorn, and the third book, A Darkness and Sethanoth. Those are my 3 favorite books within what he has written, but the characters that he writes in some of his others. Now, some of the characters continue on throughout, but they grow, they change. Your poor peasant boy may end up being a baron or duke one day, or a great general one day, and you know, this criminal that you meet in one book might end up being a pirate captain, or an admiral, or you know, the leader of the scouts or the pathfinders, something along those lines, as they grow and change. I miss some of the characters because with how long he does this, some of his characters are what he calls powers, but they call themselves powers. Their lifespans end up being extended for various reasons. Some for magic, some because they are long-lived races, such as elves, dwarves, such like that. Others because they are powerful magic users, or just connected through some divine power, divine entity, so that their lives just continue on and just don't naturally end. They still end, but they just don't naturally end. And sometimes characters die and then they come back. Or did they? Again, very interesting. Sometimes maybe it's just their consciousness that came back. It's fascinating, but some of the characters are absolutely mortal, and some of my favorite characters are absolutely mortal, which sucks, because then in later series they are not there. But again, some of the more popular ones and better ones and more connected and powerful ones still continue on through the entire series, and then you end up with the children and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren and so on and so forth appearing within the series as well. Just overall, absolutely fantastic. His Demon Wars series, just incredible. He also wrote another trilogy, I think it was the Firemane Saga, that was good. It was definitely good, but had nothing on his Demon Wars. So if you are a fantasy fan and you have not heard of or read Raymond E. Feist, you have to go check out Magician Apprentice. That's just, we just start with that. Magician Apprentice. If it does not grip you, I'm shocked, and I'm sorry. But most likely, you're going to end up reading everything he has written. Absolutely everything he has written. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now.